Okay, this is from Sid 111. I think that's four Sids. One, two, three. Yes. Sid 111. Should I quit my corporate job? Yes. All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
everybody. Good
We'll be
day.
back next week.
Looking for some perspective. I recently opened a boutique Pilates studio. Ooh, and we made 60,000 in our first month. Paid out just over 10,000 to instructors, which I'm happy to do. They're the key to the business. That said, two of them haven't clicked with clients. Their styles don't align with our brand. Member turnover is high, and they sold the fewest memberships. I could easily teach those classes myself and cut those salaries. Meanwhile, I work full-time at a startup marketing agency, which eats up a ton of energy. Startup life equals nonstop pressure. My background is in marketing, but I barely have time to promote my own business, which is frustrating. Financially, we're okay. Husband has a stable job, rent is low, overhead is manageable. We've already put 20K down on a $50,000 business loan. I'm torn on whether to go all in on the studio or stay with the agency a bit longer for quote unquote stability. What is your advice? I'm going to look at these numbers one more time. You're saying you made 60K in a month with 10,000 to instructors. Let's call it another 5,000 in overhead. So 15 out of 60, you're pulling in 45,000 a month, and you're asking if you need to leave your corporate job.
You and I both know the answer to this, right? Like it's.
What am I missing?
This is that mental hurdle of safety.
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly what it is.
It's 100% what it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
it is.
But we need the stability. Well, guess what? When you're starting out, when you're building the business, and this person is in marketing, you should know if instructors aren't clicking, you're damaging your brand long term.
Bye. See ya.
Correct. Right? Like
there's 20 more waiting outside.
Because those people are going to go out and say, well, yeah, no, I like the studio, but the instructors there are bad.
Yeah.
Now you're going to become the studio that's great with bad instructors.
No, that doesn't work.
Good luck with that one. Right?
And here's the other thing. You are, let's just say you make it great. So let's say you make 150 grand a year at this marketing agency, right?
Yep.
I don't know how much you make, but let's just say it's 150 grand a year. The opportunity cost you're missing with this business. If you're telling me that you're pulling in 45K, we're making that number up, but 10,000 new instructors, 5,000 in overhead, 10,000 in overhead. You're making 40K a month in one location. You should have quit your job 6 months ago and have 5 locations by now.
Pretty much.
No, I'm dead serious. I don't understand. I don't understand the question.
It's once again, it's the mental hurdle, right? But then we lose the stability. We lose our paycheck.
Well, that's the risk of becoming an entrepreneur.
Correct.
That's why it's risk reward.
Totally.
There's no stability. Okay, so just for people that don't understand. There is no such thing as stability. I don't care if you've been around for a year or 50 years. There is no such thing as stability in a company. Lehman Brothers went out of business overnight after 120 years, right?
Someone once said every business is 30 days away from shutting down.
Yeah. So there is no such thing as stability, but that's also the rewards that you get. You don't just make, again, I'm just making those numbers up, 150,000 a year. You can make 10,000 a year or 500,000 a year or $1 million a year. That's the risk reward you take with owning a business.
Yes.
You give up the stability, which quite frankly isn't as stable as you think, because if that marketing company's numbers are off for a quarter, you might lose your job anyway.
Correct.
Right. But you're basically giving up that paycheck stability for and you're giving up the opportunity cost in your business.
Big thing for me here is that it's a startup marketing agency that's eating up a ton of energy. Well, you could be putting that energy into your business.
Like I said, you should have 5 locations by now. If you're making that kind of money, are you kidding me?
Did you ever see the? I do this with my employees every once in a while. I'll give them 2 containers.
Are we pitching Arizona?
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're not pitching the Arnold Palmer half and half lemonade.
You're not pitching that to our non-sponsor?
No, to a non-sponsor. I'm not pitching, even though this is delicious. So what I'll do is I will put 2 some type of containers in their hands and put 2 cups on the table and tell them to fill them up simultaneously.
Yeah.
Right. And the key is putting the cups just far enough apart that you can't really focus
At the
on
same time, yeah.
you have to look, right? And then I go, okay, now fill up both cups simultaneously. One will either overflow or one will not get filled up. That is shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
That is trying to spread your energy too thin at the same, and then wondering why one of them didn't work,
Yeah.
right? One of them didn't fill up correctly. One of them, you know, I've seen people keep pouring and actually miss one of the cups. And I'm like, that's what spreading your focus really is.
Yeah.
Right. Like, if you're smart, take this thing and just focus on that. Once that's full, you can move to the next one and fill that up. Right.
There is nothing wrong with starting, like this goes back to some of the questions from earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with starting a business that does X.
No.
Getting it and doing it for a couple of years.
Correct.
And really refining and fine tuning X, the service.
But
and then adding in Y, especially if Y is complementary to X.
But it is committing. You have to commit to the first thing.
You got to commit to X. Yes, absolutely.
And the more time you spend on other things, whether that's a day job, whether that's a hobby, like I don't care what it is, the more time you spend on that, the less time.
Mr. Burns said it best.
Yeah.
In The Simpsons: family, friends, religion. These are the three demons that will kill your business.
Well, yes.
I'm joking, of course.
But yeah, it's the commitment. It's what it boils down to is you have to give up the stability in order to start seeing sustainable growth.
Yeah.
Right? Because there are only so many hours in the day. There is only so much energy that you have. Right? So put it where
it does best for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? I still get the whole, like, my wife would not be able to just up and let go of her 9 to 5. It doesn't matter.
But does she love it?
She does love it.
That's why.
Correct. I mean,
That's
she
why.
doesn't say she hates her day job here either.
Actually, she says it's getting frustrating. Right? My background's in marketing, but I barely have time to promote my own business, which is frustrating.
So it's frustrating that she doesn't have time for both.
Yeah.
Right? So I get it. So if it's starting to be frustrating and your teachers are bad and they're creating a bad rap.
Yeah.
Any advice? Yeah, let go. Let go.
Because if you're not paying full-time attention to this business, it's going to get worse.
I heard something. I don't know where I heard it. I was listening to something yesterday. And it said, everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Yeah, right?
Right? And I thought about it and I was like, that's really it, right? Like it's the fear holding you back from getting what you want. So
what if I can't pay my bills? What if I can't do
everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Yeah.
Right. So you always have to cross that fear barrier.
I mean, she's already said multiple things in here where she shouldn't have fear. Number one, company's doing quite well. Number two, her husband has a stable job. Their rent is low. Overhead is manageable.
But fear is
what are you afraid of?
We're assuming that fear is always rational.
Very true.
Right? Like
very true. Okay. Touche. I'll give you that one.
Fear is not always rational.
No,
right?
Fear, in fact, it often is not.
It most of the time it's what did they say it was? Fear is
the mind.
False
is the little death that
false emotion appearing real. False evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is what.
Because you don't even know if it's a problem.
Correct.
You think it's a problem and it torments you.
And that's you live in this fear that is totally irrational because you can take anything and be fearful of it if you paint it in the right or wrong picture.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but this one is a no-brainer, right? Like, because she puts in numbers, we can say this is a no-brainer. But there are people where the numbers might not be as obvious as this. So it's really to those people, like if it's fear holding you back, re-examine the evidence you have for that fear, because it may not be what you think it is.
Yeah.
You may be better off than you think. You may see success faster, right? Like if you have more time to dedicate to something, inevitably it's going to do better.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't. It's
You listen, Sid 111. Listen to me. Okay. Listen to me.
just
You have what appears to be a budding business that looks like it can do quite well.
Mhm.
You should have no doubt in your mind that it's time to leave that studio
Correct.
and go make this thing happen. You should have 2 or 3 locations in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
At that rate, no question about it.
So here's the other thing with that. I just want to touch on something else.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as expanding operations too fast.
Well, sure.
In this case,
This is not one of them.
no, it is.
You think?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I'll argue with you on this.
if you can't train your teachers to be up to your standards and your brand, you're not ready to expand. You have to be able to train them at your first location
Sure.
and make sure that everything is in place, that everybody is following the same guidelines, that everybody has the same attitude, so on and so forth.
SOPs,
Yes.
standard operating procedures.
And
yes.
not only that, also personalities and like all those things. Once you've mastered that at your first location, then you can start looking at a second one, because obviously your biggest problem here is you're not good at hiring.
I wouldn't say that. It's only 2 people. What?
Only?
Only?
Uh,
Well, it's 2. We don't know how many there are, right?
Right.
So let's assume there's a handful. Two of a handful.
Okay, let's say it's 2 of 10.
Okay.
Okay, so 20% of what you hire could end up hurting your business.
Well, if
So-
you don't fire them quick enough.
Correct. Yeah. Well, that's the other conversation we have a lot. Right?
Yeah.
Like be quick to hire and quick to fire.
Quick to fire.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we see this all the time and if she's in marketing, she should know this as well, right? Is you got to build the brand, the internal brand first. Once that internal brand is flushed out and everybody's on board with it, then expand to location 2, 3, 4. But once you flush all that stuff out, opening number 2 and number 3 and number 4 is easy.
Okay.
If you do it preemptively,
No, and I agree with you. If she leaves her job now, 2 weeks, whatever it is, right? She leaves her company and she can focus full time on this business.
Yep.
She can have those SOPs done in a month or 2.
but it's more than SOPs.
But I'm just saying she can build out that she can build out the way that these people are supposed to do their job, what they're supposed to do with customers.
Correct.
Build out everything that's supposed to happen with this company inside of 3 or 4 months. Should be very easy to do if you're doing it full time.
I mean, the culture is what takes the longest to solidify.
Yeah.
And until you have that, I would not recommend expanding to
Okay,
a second or
fair
third
enough.
location.
Within 6 months, you should be able to expand
Correct.
to 1,
Yeah,
at
you
least
just-
another one.
You just have to have those things in place.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's fair. That's a fair
I
point.
see it all the time. Well, I see it not all the time. I see it more often than I would like to see, where people end up having multiple locations and then a location starts shuttering or doing things
Yeah, right.
differently. Or and they go back to it and they're like,
Because the quality doesn't stay. Yeah,
correct.
right.
And that's
I'm
all about
always a fan of if you have 10 employees at location number 1
Mm-hmm.
and there's 1 or 2 of them that really stand out, train them to be managers at location number 2.
Yeah.
Because they'll keep that culture and that quality
if you
going.
can
Yeah.
do that, yes, absolutely.
That's a way to approach it. So Sid 111, get out. Leave your job. Leave tomorrow. Seriously, you sounds like you have a really, really good opportunity here. And maybe Gummy's right. I think it might be the fear of the unknown.
Oh yeah,
You know, you're afraid of losing that stability.
always fear.
No, you'll do so much better on your own, I think. So good luck to you. And let us know what happens.
If you found this clip interesting, make sure to go listen to the full podcast. There's lots more content there.